they like, step, step, so panda bears, step, step, so panda bears, step, step, so panda bears, won't stop pandering till the day we die. So come on, sweat, sweat. What's going on, America? This is Kevin from Kevin's Corner. About to head out, run some errands and stuff. But I tell you what, it's a good time to talk about some of the stuff that we've been seeing going on around the United States. For example, what happens when pandering goes all the way wrong? See, that is the problem with the Democratic Party. Instead of enlightening their voters based off of good policies, good, nice moral principles that the average person appreciates, talking about just, making sure that our country's taken care of as a whole, they want to break everybody up into parts and pander. The panda bears, and the panda bears. They are panda bears, and they don't learn that pandering will only encourage more pandering. That is it. It will only make all of these angry little groups that the Democrats have created and given boldness to turn on you. You will never give enough pandering to feed the panda bears, okay? They want more and more food, see more. For example, did y'all see Nancy Pelosi and the rest of the panda bears up there on Capitol Hill come out with their Zeta Phi Beta Panda Bear outfits like they were part of a black fraternity? Had the red, black, and green on, power to the people. Now, if you believe that Nancy Pelosi and the rest of those guys care anything about, the motherland, anything about, George Floyd, anything about police brutality and civil rights and all that stuff, you're mistaken. All that was, as they accused Trump of doing, because he stood there with the Bible, was a photo op. They showed up, and now we're going to all take a knee in solidarity to honor George Floyd. And you saw them all down there looking like some boot-whack fraternity, all on one knee with all of the African colors on. They might as well came out with a dashiki. I'm surprised Nancy didn't come out, her and Chuck, with beanies and dashikis and beads in their hair, red, black, and gold, beads in their hair. I'm surprised they didn't come out with that. They might as well. Because that's how obvious it was. And now we're all gonna take a knee. I bet you she was counting the seconds, like how much longer I gotta stay down here doing this nonsense photo op. It's an embarrassment to me. My knees hurt. I can barely talk, can barely move. I got rickets and all of that stuff. And then got the nerve to blame it on, we are doing this in solidarity to honor George Floyd. Anyway, so that's what happens. Same thing with creepy, sleepy, sloppy, slimy. Got out there to try to honor George Floyd and forgot his name. Now see, when you are used to pandering to so many different groups and so many different people, you get all jumbled up in your head. When I saw George Jefferson, what? George, when I saw George on that curb, I said to myself, what did I say to myself, Joe? Why are you even up here? That's what I said. I'm saying that right now, actually. But anyway, so when I saw George on that curb, so you see where I'm going with this. Nothing but pandering, and it gets them nowhere. In fact, for those people that got their eyes open in the black community, they see it. They're going, what are y'all doing? Y'all are pandering. How about you deal with me intellectually? How about that? And then the biggest panderer of all was the black mayor of Minneapolis, who had the whole 3-step pander program in place. He started off a couple years ago, down, baby, and doing down, like he knew the what you to the left, and he looked horrible with his skinny jeans on and his curly top. But yet that wasn't enough. I mean, he made a temporary connection with the black people. I'm sure they looked at him out there trying to do that as humorous and like, look at this idiot out here. But it's kind of cute to see him trying to, blend in. And then, of course, after this happened, my man gets on TV at the funeral and breaks down with the mask on, shaking and shivering. I mean, he was worse than I see some black people at funerals. And we could put on a show. My grandmother, when my mom died, sprinted down the middle of the aisle. They moved that fast in years. Jumps on top of the casket and was, oh, Diane, oh, Lord Jesus, take me with her. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, you want to put on a show? You want to go with her? If somebody puts you in the casket, you'll be real quick to not, I'm ready to get out now. But I've seen some black folks put on some shows, and then you get the mayor of Minneapolis. He fell down on his knees, wailing and weeping. Then he made the crucial mistake of coming to, I guess, I don't know if it was a Black Lives Matter meeting in Minneapolis. He rose up on the scene thinking this is going to show solidarity and support. But that's never enough. They want obedience. They don't want support. They want complete obedience. So then he gets up and gives his testimony, like Beto O'Rourke and all of them. I just realized that I have to look within myself, all of the hidden systemic racism and my own white privilege. I have to really recognize that all of that stuff, and they sitting there like, okay, that's a nice start and all, but we're about to hit you with something real. Will you agree to defund the police? My man's like, no, I can't do that. Then get the blip out of here. Okay, go on now. So now that same angry mob that he was like, they have room to tear up stuff and give them. Now all of a sudden they turn on him. Here he is showing up, trying to support him, but that ain't enough. Y'all should have seen with Drew Brees. It wasn't enough. When you sit back and you say anything contrary to the angry mob, they will say, we're going to break you down, make you submit, throw your arm behind your back and twist it until you yell, uncle. And they let that soft-core, sorry, built low to the ground with the petite physique walk out with his head down looking like a defeated foe. I could not believe what I saw. Now I wonder how he feels now about Black Lives Matter and the movement and all that stuff. If you don't agree with the mob, I don't care how much pandering you do, beat it. That's what they're going to do. Oh, the mayor of Washington, big old thing. We're naming his street Black Lives Matter Street. And we're also going to paint it in big bold letters all across the street. They wrote, not enough. Ain't enough for us. We want some more. Will you defund the police? See, it's things like that. It is like encouraging some kids and thinking they will have a built-in mechanism to say, maybe I shouldn't take advantage of mom or dad's kindness. They will always go too far. You could never give them enough ice cream. You could never buy them enough toys. You could never let them stay up late enough to watch something they want to watch. You can never appease an immature, angry, or selfish kid, just like you can never appease a angry, immature, reckless, out of control, militant / just straight up over the top mob. You can't do it. You can't do it. If he would have came in there spitting and slobbering and fell out on his face and said, I'll give you anything I want, even my blood, they said, ain't enough. We need your life. They will always go too far. And so there it is, man. That's what pandering gets you when you're a panda bear, part of that fraternity that Nancy and all them, they like, step, so panda bears, step, so panda bears, step, so panda bears. We won't stop pandering till the day we die. So come on, sweat. Yeah, they went completely full-blown pander bearing all through the Capitol. That's right. You will see them walking back and forth with their panda outfits on if you go to Washington. But anyway, so I thought that was funny. And that's my message to all of those panda bears. You can't give the angry mob nothing. Unfortunately, these people out here asking to defund the police, disband the police, all that stuff. In this case, this is one of them situations I'm almost tempted to say, you know what? Give them what they want. Give the people what they want. All these liberal, panda-bearing governors and mayors who will break down to the demands of the angry mob and say, okay, you don't want police? Cool. No more police. And let all the The sensible, mature governors and mayors keep their police. And when those cities fall into Escape from New York with Snake Plissken, and the Duke of New York, where you had to just wall them all in, when those cities break down like that, they'll wake up. The same people in those cities talking about, yeah, we want to defund the police, will be going, hello, this is Panda Bear, angry protester number 1. Could you come help me out? I'm looking out my window and somebody's still in my car. And they'll send a counselor out to you. How did you feel when you saw them break your windows? Did that make you angry on that? I'm sure it did. This is your time to open up and express how mad you were when you finally paid off that vehicle, and to see those looters just burn it right in front of your face. Now, I'm here to help you cope with your anger so that you can release it. Because see, the worst thing you can do is get mad at these peaceful protesters, because then you might feel guilty on the inside about your white or black privilege, or whatever privilege you have or don't have. You don't want to come across racist and insensitive, do you? I'm here for you. Watch how quick you slap their face twice. Yeah, and be begging for the police to come back. Now, you've been listening to Kevin and Kevin's Corner. Don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe, and the notification button. Find me every Wednesday live in Kevin's Corner on Facebook, YouTube, my radio blog talk show. Make sure you're still subscribed and your notifications are set to all. And let me see, where else? Oh, check out Extreme Tees, my sponsor. See the little panda bear? That's what the Democrats all should be having. I'm not a cool looking panda bear either. Nah, they should have one of those broke down, sickly, emaciated panda bears. But anyway, so check out Extreme Tees, my sponsor. The link's below this video. Put Kevin in the promo code. You'll get a 20% discount. All those that have donated to Kevin and Kevin's Corner, I appreciate it. Don't take it for granted. And if you want to, there's links below to do that. God bless. See y'all next time in Kevin's Corner.